everybody, and we are logging on to episode 170 of the podcast. We got a very special episode for you guys tonight. As always, I have two very special guests. First, I want to introduce to you guys a member of the podcast family that's been on the pod before. Patrick, thank you for being here.
Of course.
And we got a newcomer to the pod fam, as we got Drew here as well. How you doing, my man?
Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. All right. So our topic for today is a interesting one, to say the least. It's the top 5 meme bands and artists. Now, if you don't know what a meme is, you're kind of living on under a rock nowadays. It's all over TikTok and Instagram Reels and everything like that. It's basically something that gets made fun of or is a joke and is a trend sort of deal. I might not be explaining that the best. Would you guys say I am there?
Yeah, no, for the most part.
And it's changed, the idea of it has changed so much over the last...
It's like mocking something.
Yeah, it's like
right,
the
mocking
last
something.
15, 20 years.
100%. It's a revolving thing, for sure. And the focus or the niche for the memes this time around is for bands and artists. Now, there are some pretty simple ones that probably came to mind pretty quick for all of us. But this ended up being a harder topic to make a top 5 for. I had a hard time making it. I had to do some research on it this time around too. I don't know how you guys felt about it too, or did you guys have it right on top of your head for this one?
I think for me, a couple came into my head immediately.
Yeah.
And then like the last two, I was like, that's not really memeable. You know what I mean? But
like a little reaching almost.
Yeah, it took me a couple of days.
Yeah.
To think of like ones that not only like that were actually memeable, but like I could kind of explain why. Because
sure.
I tried to go off the beaten path a little bit because there are some that are blatantly obvious that we've all
of course.
seen, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I wanted to try and do something a little deeper, see if I could find other things.
More props to you for that. Now, Drew, you only learned about this podcast a couple hours ago.
I'm going to definitely say the same.
Yeah.
There was definitely 2 or 3 that popped right into my head, but definitely more digging than instant
right
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So how we're going to work it, we're going to do the format that we did our video game to TV and movie topic, where we're going to reveal our personal top 5s in the beginning, and then we're going to make a group top 5 out of our choices. This new format worked out pretty well last time, so we're going to do it again. But first, we're going to go with our honorable mentions, if we have any anyway. I have 3. I'm going to start with 2 right away, where they aren't necessarily memes, but they're like spoof bands, and they could definitely be memeable. One of them has been gaining more and more popularity as time went on. So the first one is Tenacious D. I brought this up in the group chat as far as spoof bands and everything like that. I wanted to add them. I'm a big fan of Jack Black and Kyle Gass, and their band Tenacious D. They have plenty of hilarious songs, and they could be memeable. The other one is a similar type of thing. They also had a show on HBO back in the day, Flight of the Conchords. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them.
I have heard of them. I remember seeing that. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
I recently started listening to Flight of the Conchords again on Spotify, believe it or not, and they have some funny-ass songs. They're a British 2-man band.
Yeah.
And they are absolutely hilarious.
I feel like I heard of them before too.
You definitely have.
Yeah.
You definitely heard songs from them before and just probably didn't realize it.
That it's them, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happens all the time.
So those are the 2 spoof bands I have. And then I have a third band for honorable mentions, which is Smash Mouth, more specifically All-Star. Now, I think with that, Shrek definitely made that song more specifically more memeable.
100%.
It's the theme song to
100%.
Shrek. There are plenty of Shrek memes out there, and they always play All-Star in the background for the most part anyway. So I had to throw that in there. Also, big fan of Shrek. So I had to add them in there. Those are my honorable mentions. Pat, did you have any?
I went straight for the jugular on this one.
Oh, very good. Very good. I like that. All right, Drew.
I do have one.
Sure.
LMFAO.
Very good.
Humongous hits. They didn't drop anything that didn't go viral.
100%.
And they were just funny, memeable, anything you could come up with them.
That's a great suggestion.
And they make
right
all
there.
white people dance.
Yep.
100%. 100%. So they
Sweet 16 anthems.
Sweet 16 anthems. Yeah,
Which one?
100%.
The nephew is
I'm pretty sure the guy with the afro is a professional tennis player.
Well, it was uncle and nephew.
Yes, he is.
Are they
You're
related?
Right.
They were
They're
uncle
one
and
of the-
nephew.
yeah,
I
one
know
of the-
that for a fact because that was like the big thing.
Yeah.
But they had a big falling out as well. But
Yeah.
we're getting news over here that one's a tennis player.
The one with the afro is the one.
Probably the kid, yeah.
He's at the very least semi-pro. I know that. I saw a picture of him.
That's
and he's,
pretty
like, decked
impressive.
out,
That
like,
is impressive.
It's very
like
impressive.
male Maria Sharapova with an afro, just like.
Yeah, that reminds me of Frankie Muniz, who played Malcolm in Malcolm in the Middle, who is now a NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't
That's
know
what
that.
it reminds
too.
me
Yeah.
of too. Like total different
Complete,
professions,
yeah.
complete different there, and just switched it up. That's awesome. I
And
did
you
not
have to
know
be
that.
very talented to be a NASCAR driver.
and even a tennis
tennis
player.
player, yeah.
Tennis is crazy too.
Yeah.
tennis is
not
well,
to-
not as
NASCAR driver.
life threatening
yeah.
as like NASCAR and whatnot, but yeah, absolutely. Now LMFAO, I believe it was their 2 hit songs. They had Party Rock Anthem, and then the other one was I'm Sexy and I'm Know It, right?
And shots. Well, no,
And-
no,
oh,
That's
Lil
Lil
Jon.
Jon.
That's Lil
Yeah,
Jon,
Shots.
and maybe LMFAO too.
yeah, shots was LMFAO. Everybody,
Yeah,
shot. Yeah, that was shots.
Yeah.
Look at that.
They had to,
Party Rocking.
Yes,
Another
yeah.
One.
Oh, sorry
Sorry.
for. But that's a newer
No,
one.
shuffling.
No?
Every day I'm
Oh,
shuffling.
every day I'm shuffling.
They actually had a lot
They
more
had a
than we
lot.
want.
They had a
Holy
lot, not just 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cashed in on their.
The Jersey Shore theme is them?
That's LMFAO.
What is?
What?
Jersey Shore theme. And that's a meme in itself.
That's a meme in
God.
itself too. You see, look,
This is an honorable mention that could have snuck up to like
yeah, that's
2
a
or
powerful-
3. Yeah, like that was a.
That's a powerful, and you know what? And then they like disappeared and broke up afterward after their several big hits. Apparently,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I think they should come back, to be honest with you, for maybe like one song.
Would be
One song.
that would be insane.
I think it would be insane. I think they could make an awesome music video of them coming back, reuniting together. No, you don't think so?
It's definitely a different time.
Yeah, but I would love it.
I love it.
Love it.
They broke up in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has been.
In their prime, they broke up in their prime.
Yes.
Like it wasn't like
they had
it
the
was
falling
going
out,
down.
right?
It was just dead.
Yeah, they probably became too big for their
Britches.
own. Yeah, exactly. Bridges, yeah. Where they probably didn't know what to do with all the success, and that's probably where either greed or maybe something came in between the two, and the rest is history. But
Or tennis.
Yeah,
or tennis,
Or tennis, yeah.
Look at
or
his ring.
someone had a passion. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
And he's dressed up the same. That's how we would dress up in the music videos. He would wear that outfit.
Oh my, that is actually hilarious. That's awesome. That's good for that guy. What about the other guy? What is the other guy up to? Yeah, let's see what the
He's probably like producing for other.
producing other music.
Well, that's
and
usually what
everything
guys
like
like
that.
this do. Like
When they became that big, they start producing.
Well, what's his name? What band is he from? Jack Antonoff. I forget his name. What band he came from? Was it Panic at the Disco?
Sky Blue.
He. Oh, this is bothering me.
Why does he look? Doesn't he kind of look like what's his name, Riff Raff in that one picture?
Oh God.
Kind of
He
Another
looks
honorable
younger.
mention.
yeah.
Sky Blue accused Redfoo of trying to steal band royalties.
Blast him on Facebook. Yeah, there you go. Money.
Oh yeah, money,
course.
money.
Actually, I do have an honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Good one.
Only because when he went pop punk, it was so bad it was good, but it was so it was so good it was bad.
You see, I'm not the craziest, like, biggest fan of Machine Gun Kelly, of his
mind.
music, or even, quite frankly, like, personality, like, in a sense. I think he's a weird guy. I mean, good for him. He has major props for
Didn't he drink
Megan Fox
Megan
and everything
Fox's
like that.
blood?
But
Didn't they drink each other's
Yeah,
blood?
that's
Yeah,
just,
that
you're
was
getting
very weird.
You're
Yeah.
getting too weird for
that
me.
was very weird. Yeah. But all right, that does it for honorable mention. Did you have any more?
No, that was it. Just that one. Yeah.
Very good. All right, we're gonna reveal our top fives. Usually when we just did the personal top fives, we would do 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4. We're just gonna straight up say
Run through
ours. Yeah, run through them.
Okay.
All right, so all right, my 5 to 1. Number 5, Bauer, Bauer. He is a DJ who created the famous song and trend at the time, Harlem Shake.
Oh God.
That was a huge.
My God.
Yeah, dude. That was a huge trend back in the day, and I would say that was before like the term meme was even a thing. But I would say that would be like a meme if it was existing now, sort of deal.
That was like when people would film themselves doing viral things like the ice bucket challenge.
That was like a big Vine.
That was around the same time.
Planking.
Yeah, that Vine era. I would
Just be
say.
walking around
Yeah.
your local park, and some chick would just be laying flat on like a bench.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Planking.
Just-
Yeah. All right. Turn the volume off. What the hell was that?
It was the chicken from.
It won't let me, so whatever.
Yo, can we click on the sponsor?
Click the.
I want the
yeah,
gay.
right
I want the
down
gay
Yeah.
meter test.
The what?
This is top right corner. I want the gay meter test.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
What do you call it? The Harlem Shake was fantastic. Were you there for my Harlem Shake?
I was.
Were you actually?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, because I had George and Tony on the pod recently, and we were talking. One of the first things we talked about.
Shout out to my brother from another mother, George Williams.
Yes. Great guy.
Excellent man.
Excellent man. One of the first things we brought up when they got here was that when we did the Harlem Shake, it was me, you. I didn't even remember you were there, to be completely
I know I
honest.
was
and
on
I'm
one.
sorry.
I know we did one.
There was only one that I made anyway. But Tony, George, and Rozzy, and I think maybe Joe, possibly.
Rozzy was dressed up in a inflatable penis costume.
Correct.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Correct. It was very, very random video, as all Harlem Shakes should be. So that's my number 5 there. I thought it was very
Definitely be
influential at
lying
the
if
time.
you said you never made a Harlem Shake video too.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was so easy to make. I made one.
There you go.
Everyone
Everyone did.
had a Harlem Shake video.
That's right.
Yeah. My number 4, the band Disturbed, specifically the song "Down with the Sickness." Ooh, ah! I can't even do it. I'm butchering that.
Yo, can you do that again?
Ooh, that is a meme in itself too. I mean, that would randomly pop up as an audio in several videos of when people were like pretending to be sick and they're like coughing up a lung or whatever. It was a fantastic song. Well, the song is fantastic.
It's a great
It
song.
just so happened to be memeable too.
Have you ever heard the non-radio edit version?
No.
Where in the after the second chorus in the breakdown, he just goes on this yelly rant about like getting into a fight and killing his mother or something.
Whoa, no.
Yeah, it gets really dark. They cut the entire section of the song out for a clean version. So most people have never even heard that version unless you
Yeah.
bought the album.
You were one of those people?
No, but I was an edgelord back when that came out, so of course I listened to it.
You listened to that version of it. Right. No, I did not know that. Well, that song itself is pretty like dark and heavy for sure. Yeah. All right, my number 3, Nickelback, specifically the song "Photograph." That's also a big meme and TikTok in its own. They'll just say, "Look at this photograph." No other lyrics, and it'll be something like
Just
that.
random, yeah.
Yeah. They'll have something like that.
Look at this graph.
Gotcha. Yeah. Look at this graph.
It's like a
Yeah, that's a
bar
good one too. That's a good one too.
And they lean into it, by the way. Chad Kroger actually finds it hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's like, we can copyright strike every person that uses that song for this purpose. And he's like, no, it's effing hilarious.
Yeah. That's how they should be. That's honestly how they should be. It's giving them like more popularity in a sense. And like not even like bad vibe like popularity.
Yeah.
Like it's giving them good.
All publicity is good publicity.
Agreed. Yeah. What is that? What Nickelback? Look at this. And I also have a funny story about attaining to Nickelback. So one of my favorite songs by them back in the day was Rockstar. It was my ringtone on my flip phone back in the day in middle school. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, just wait for this one. I forgot to put my phone on silent in Spanish class, and it went off. My mom was calling me, and it went off, and it started singing Rockstar and everything, and the whole class left. Because even back then, Nickelback was, like, they were a good band, but, like, they were also a big joke, too, back in the day as well. I was so embarrassed. I couldn't believe it. I tried to put my phone on silent without taking my phone out of my pocket. Wasn't working. and it just kept on going. It was terrible. But I had to bring up that story because it's like a staple in my head.
Get
and...
detention for just having that song on your phone in general.
Yeah, right, yeah. My number 2, Simon and Garfunkel with the song "The Sounds of Silence."
Really?
Hello, darkness, my
true.
friend.
Yeah, okay. All right,
Yeah. Classic song, first off, but it's used in several TikToks and videos as well.
Shout out to Disturbed. But their cover.
Oh, you know what? Yes.
Fantastic.
I looked that up today. Yes, they do have a cover of it, and it is really good.
Excellent.
It's really good. My number 1, the ultimate troll,
Oh God.
or should I say Rickroll, even. Rick Astley
That's a good
with "Never Gonna Give You Up." I think it's the biggest meme out there. I think it deserves the respect.
It's definitely the oldest.
It's definitely the
of, like,
oldest
this type of stuff.
and most occurring. Like, you'll see it pop up randomly still nowadays. Like, when you forget about it, and it'll say something like, Avengers Secret Wars cast revealed. You click on the video, and it'll be this. It'll be the Rickroll.
Yep.
And it still comes up from time to time today. I think it's fantastic. It's a great joke, even though you could get pissed at it. And I think it deserves the number 1 spot, at least on my list. We'll move it on to you, Pat. What about your top 5?
All right. First off, a band that you probably may have all heard of, Bowling for Soup.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so like I said before, I tried to go in the vein of like bands that maybe necessarily weren't like actual internet memes, but like they were so bad that they were good. They were commercially successful, but at the same time, the niche that they were trying to carve their way into, hated them for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Bowling for Soup really falls into that. Amongst another bands, like I didn't pick this one, but like another band like Simple Plan.
Sure.
You know, What's New Scooby Doo. But anyway, Bowling for Soup, like
Oh, fantastic song, though.
it is, but at the same time, the niche they were trying to carve themselves into was just like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, stop.
Right.
And Bowling for Soup was kind of like that. You know, I think it's a cover actually, but they did like the song 1985.
19.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, yeah,
And like
yeah.
stuff like that. And it was just like at the time people were like,
Yeah.
ugh, you know, but played it on the radio and they made millions of dollars off
Yeah.
of stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'll start with that. The next one was a band that wasn't necessarily commercially successful, but they kind of like created an entire aesthetic subgenre with the subgenre.
Yeah.
A band called Attack Attack. Now, you may not have listened to Attack Attack. You may not know what they look like. Look up Attack Attack. Look up the music video for a song called Stick Stickly. Stick, like spelled just as you hear it. Okay. They really like
There you go.
maybe they didn't necessarily create, but they embodied the whole crabcore, like getting down really low and like running in place, playing, and the slick dark black hair over the eyes,
Elbows kicking.
yeah, skinny jeans or dark skinny jeans, black deep V-neck T-shirts, stuff like that. But it was so cringe to the average person. So
What about the crowd that like it was really looking to go for?
So they tried to break into the Warped Tour crowd. So you can
Okay.
imagine the types of bands, you know, all the older head Warped Tour bands at the time
Yeah.
hated them.
Really?
Like flat out would say what they thought.
Yeah,
about
look
it.
like
look
they're
at-
head banging and
Yeah.
everything like that.
They
to it.
they champion this aesthetic more so, I think, than most bands, if not all of this era that were in this genre. Look at
Yeah.
him. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's ass to grass.
Yeah, it's like you're doing too much. You're doing
Exactly.
You're doing way too much.
Like,
Guys
come
on the
on.
keyboard doing that. Right
I wish we
there,
could play
that
the
banging.
audio because the song's actually sick.
Yeah, I mean, we could for like a quick second. I
Nah,
just
it's
don't
all
want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get the vibe.
Okay. Yeah.
You get the vibe. All right. I'm trying to think because mine are in no particular order.
Yeah.
I figured I'd go with the deeper cuts first, and then I'll finish up with two that we all know. My third, I know you might know this.
Okay.
Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's a good.
Talk about
choice.
bands that are, or not a band, but you know, for lack of a better way to put it, bands that are so bad.
Yeah.
And so cringe, but so good. They're like
they made they made themselves famous, I think, because of their vulgarity. Like, they were very vulgar,
Yeah.
but also extremely inappropriate in even some circumstances, very disturbing ways too.
Exactly.
And that's what I think got people's attention.
From a meme standpoint, typically people look at them as like a group that like they're trying to get their message across, but lyrically they suck.
Agreed.
They literally have a line that's like, I think the song's called Miracles, where they're talking about miracles, and it's just like water, fire, basically chanting like the Avatar's Last Airbender, and there's like fucking magnets. How do they work? It's just like it has the lyrical depth of like a dry puddle.
Yeah. You remember
But-
that
the
it was
dating
like a
game.
Yeah, the dating game song.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
Okay.
It's like a little bit. It's a little catchy, but otherwise, yeah.
They actually, so what a lot of people realize now is like actually if you listen to some of their stuff, they do talk about like a lot of stuff that people can relate to, like, you know, substance abuse, you know, rough upbringing, family life, whatsoever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And some of their stuff actually does get pretty deep and dark and is not necessarily as lyrically shallow.
Yeah.
You're
talking about like newer things?
No, just over the span
over
of
in general.
their
Okay.
discography. Not that I've really divulged into their entire discography. They're not my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
and they have the whole Juggalo scene. They literally have a cult of people that they call themselves the Juggalos, and they're all just huge Insane Clown Posse fans. They have the gathering of the Juggalos every year.
Get out.
Yeah, where like these types of rap groups that are all like clown rap like get together and like. And it's all just like white trash.
Is that a genre / like group like clown rap?
There's a specific term for it, but
you
basically,
describe-
Yeah,
like,
like, what?
Yeah.
look, there you go. The gathering of the Juggalos.
Wow.
Interesting.
I can't imagine they have tens of thousands of people showing up to this.
But they
thing.
definitely get people.
Yeah, and
People
it's
like,
all
look there.
it's all lower income white people.
That's in Washington D.C. right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my God, it is.
Yeah.
It is in D.C. right there. Yeah. Yeah, you see, I bet you there were big crowds back in the day for this, but I can't see them even holding
men.
anything
Yeah,
like
lot of
this
men.
anymore.
that can't last.
No, that
There's
There's
definitely
more
can't
people than
last.
teeth. Think
More
about
people
that.
Yeah.
than teeth.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's
But to be fair, from what I've heard, coolest people on the planet. They'll take you in with open arms.
oh yeah,
Yeah, they're nice people.
Cool.
As long as you don't mess with people.
right.
So
Interesting.
moving on, my next one, Weezer.
Yeah, I was thinking about them.
Weezer, not one of my favorite bands, but for some reason, over the last couple of years, you see them all over memes. You know, you'll
Yeah.
just be watching a video and be a song, and then all of a sudden they'll edit the song to turn into Buddy Holly by Weezer.
Yeah,
And you just hear. I don't understand the joke of it, but it's funny to me for some reason.
I like them as a band, but they're like simple catchy to me.
Yeah.
That's the best way to explain it to me. Like they do Beverly Hills, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like slow but catchy songs like that. Like
We just got
Beverly
Weezered.
Hills. We just got Weezered. Yeah, they're an okay band.
Yeah, they're alright.
okay.
They're not my favorite. I think they're a little boring.
I like your. Was that all 5 of them?
No, I have one more.
Oh, go ahead.
My last one is Metallica. Metallica.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been, you know, ever since they cut their hair back in the 90s, you know, they've been kind of ostracized a little bit of their later years. And, you know, the way that James Hetfield, their singer and rhythm guitar player, sings, think about how he sings, and you hear that in bands like Nickelback, bands like Creed,
Yeah.
you know, a newer band Volbeat that maybe you guys have ever heard or haven't listened to. They all have that, you know, like that,
Yeah.
that whole vernacular to their voice and stuff like that. And that all started with Metallica, you know, and they get made fun of for it. And then on top of that, Lars Ulrich is a terrible drummer, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah?
Amongst the opinions of most other people that like this kind of music.
Well, why do you and others say that?
He can't play in beat for shit.
Oh, really? Okay. Not
Listen
that
to-
I've noticed. To be
Listen,
honest
well,
with you.
yeah, on the recording he's fine, but if you listen to them live, you're just like,
What's happening?
exactly, like he'll just be off by like half a BPM. It's just like, bro, how you at this at this point?
Yeah, I'm not saying specifically Metallica, but like other bands that were decently popular. Do you think? And this was just a random thought in my head. Do you think like games like Guitar Hero and Rock Band really helped their popularity? Like certain bands' popularity,
100%.
get them like more reach to them.
Dragon Force.
So
Yeah.
Through the Fire and Flames.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm a big Motley Crue fan now. I only knew what Motley Crue when I was 10 was because of Guitar Hero.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I love them now that I've listened and heard, and I even watched the movie The Dirt. I was like, holy shit, this was Guitar Hero. Like this was my childhood, these songs.
Yes. And I guess it's like our era and like our generation of this, but like there's certain, at my work, there will be certain songs that play in the office as we're working. And since I'm like one of the youngest ones, I'll be like, do you know these guys, Frank? Like, you know this band? You know this band?
Nothing pisses me off more.
Yeah. And some of it, like, I'm very music, like, illiterate in a sense where, like, I'll know the song, but I won't know the name of it. I won't know the band name, whatever. I'll be like, I know the song, but I mainly know it from Guitar Hero. And, like, you almost get, like, bashed on a little bit because you know it from Guitar Hero or whatever. But I think there is a truth to it also that, like, some of the reach that some of these songs and bands got to audiences are from games like that.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I've gotten that at work at times, and I just turn around and I'm like, you're lucky I even know the song.
Right.
What does that say about you? You're old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I know the song. Like like my friends don't know this.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what too, like it's because I'm in the minority as like a younger person at work sort of deal. It's like, okay, what am I gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
You just,
But, like,
you just leave it alone.
You just leave it alone. Yeah, exactly. But it's a funny little thing too. I like your list though. I also like your perspective of it also, like how you explained it before too. You're in the band Slideways as well. You have a very good background in music and everything like that. So I like your perspective a lot, and I appreciate that as well. All right, Drew, up to your top 5.
Alrighty. So at 5, this was a song that just went memeable not too long ago.
Yeah.
Everywhere You Look, the Full House theme song.
Oh yeah.
Everyone made one with their family, one with their work friends, of like someone getting stabbed or someone getting strangled.
With the smile.
Yeah, with the smile. Like something was going on.
Yeah.
Definitely a song that was great. I know my mom knows it. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
But it eventually just went memeable.
100%.
And then 4, I got Dreams, which was the Ocean Spray guy on the skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
On the longboard.
That
Here
guy-
you go.
Yeah, that guy became so popular in the quickest and shortest, God bless, shortest amount of time. Like, I don't see videos with him. Yeah, here he is right here. I haven't seen videos with him in a while, but he like struck like some luck with that one viral video.
Yeah.
There.
So I'm pretty sure he was homeless or didn't have anything. Not completely homeless, but was very, very, very poor.
Yeah.
Ocean Spray cut him a deal. I'm pretty sure. Jay, if you want to look that up, because I think it's some ridiculous number
Yeah.
that the Ocean Spray company gave him to advertise for them for X amount of years. No, just go on like Google and see how much the guy got paid.
It reminds me of, not to go on for the side note, I forget, was it the Dodgers or something? I mean, the San Francisco Giants. There was a homeless guy on the side of the road, and his shtick was, like, doing radio voices. And I think, like, for a hot second, like, the San Francisco Giants were like, hey, you want to come do radio or something like that? Because his voice was so good for radio.
Yeah.
And I
More
think
than
nothing came of it.
$10,000 in donation.
Yeah, so that's, I'm guessing donations alone.
From Ocean Spray?
I think that's just donations. I'm pretty sure he got some type of advertisement from Ocean Spray.
Yeah. Because they probably saw the
Worked
views
at the
and
juice
likes he
truck
was
for
getting.
The juice company and more than $10,000 in donation.
There you go. Yeah, I bet you like some like Ocean Spray or really any company, you see them looking at videos where their brand is in the picture and whatnot. You see the likes and views they get.
Yeah.
They'll comment on it.
Of course, they will comment them.
Yeah.
Brands like and companies like Wendy's will do something like that. They'll
Wendy's is
acknowledge-
big on social
Chipotle.
media.
Chipotle too.
Chipotle is notorious for that.
Yeah. Wendy's is actually one of the best ones though.
They're
like,
funny.
one of the smartest ones on social media with that too.
What's that new one that came out? That guy, the jacked guy, doing his morning routine.
Oh, Ashton Hall.
Yeah. And he's
Everyone's
drinking
wrecking him.
Saratoga sparkling water. And now
I don't think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, it's this is sort of new.
Yeah,
like in the
apparently
last week, this
days,
has taken storm.
guy's literally dumping his face in ice baths.
Yeah,
with
like
this
he's
shit.
with
It's
like
just,
expensive
so
glass
stupid.
bottled water that he's just dumping
And
his
you got-
face in. He's doing his morning routine at 3:30 in
Yeah.
the morning. Like,
Remember,
yeah.
did you see the thing where he dives into the pool
It
at
changes
like,
the
at like 6:30, and then when he lands, it's 6:34.
Yeah.
They're like, "Wow, he hovered in the air for 4
4
minutes."
minutes. Yeah. he's getting wrecked right now. That guy. He's jacked. He's
Yeah.
in great shape, and it looks like he makes money.
This guy.
But
Oh yeah, this is so.
what you're
stupid,
doing
bro.
is just completely unnecessary.
and people, it's not real.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually do this crap.
why?
No,
why
there's
do-
no
why
way
do
you
they-
wake up every single
No,
day and do
it's-
this.
the guy's on roids.
Yeah.
What do you think his
That's why he
purpose
looks
in
like
making
that.
those videos is for? Do you think it's for the comedy aspect?
It's for the algorithm. It's so that people click on the video. They say, "Oh my god, this guy wakes up at 3:46 in the morning every day and does this stuff all
Yeah.
day." Like, no,
Right.
Look, you
he
see,
it's it's so
That's good,
stupid.
that's good.
And people and it's really just so that people click on it and comment on it.
Yeah.
Because
morning routine. It's just
Sprite. So I think it was that. It was
He
the
rubs,
Sprite.
yeah, he
It was
rubs a
just-
banana peel on his
Yeah.
face for like, and just like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
I saw.
yeah.
Speaking of memes, I saw one where it was it had the bowl of Sprite that to dunk the face in, and then it said afterwards, and it was the picture of Gus Frayne from Breaking Bad
Oh
with
my!
half of his face
Yeah, half the
blown off.
face. Yeah, that's good.
No, but yeah, he's getting wrecked.
God, you
Wrecked.
don't want me to go off on a rant right now about this because that's a whole other podcast.
Oh, of
This
Breaking Bad.
No, the concept of that
Yeah,
that video,
And there's
like,
so many people that do it too.
The morning
And
routine
it's- yeah.
thing and everything.
And
What?
he's a personal trainer.
He is.
He played college football. He was a running back, but he never made it to the NFL.
Yeah.
But
Hold on,
you
hold on.
you could see videos of him like he'll sprint and like do things, but he'll sprint next to his like Rolls Royce. It's just
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you're doing a little too much. I'm all for the healthy lifestyle. Good for you. I'm glad you're a personal trainer, but
Right.
there's a line and you're crossing it.
exactly.
Yeah.
How much for the class?
Yeah,
Are you trying to sell me?
Yeah.
definitely.
That's all it
Definitely.
is.
Alrighty. So from there we get to 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 is a guy, Oliver Tree.
Yes, we talked about him a little bit before.
Yes.
Educate
All of his songs, you've definitely heard his songs before. He made a big song, what was it called?
It goes
On and on and on.
Oh,
and
okay.
It was
Yeah,
a big
this
TikTok
guy right
thing.
here.
He is a meme alone.
Yeah.
He
the
based
bowl
everything about him being a meme.
That was
He
not what I
liked to
expected.
be on
No.
camera. He liked to be doing stupid things and everything like that. He was just a walking meme, but he was very, very popular at one time.
Yeah. I also know he was traveling around everywhere in one of those shopping electronic wheelchair things, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty
What are
sure.
those things called? I forgot what those.
The jazzy.
Or a scooter. He'll always be on a scooter too.
Yo, that guy be scooting.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. His songs are very catchy. First off, I also think, in a sense, pretty good too. But continue what you were gonna say about him, as far as like what you were telling me before about Oliver Tree, the rise and
Just
fall.
the rise and fall. He was just big for a year or two, maybe 3.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of podcasts. He went on all these podcasts and just did stupid things. Like he brought slime onto Logan Paul's Prime thing. Like he was just a meme.
Yeah, and I think he purposely did that.
Yeah.
too. He purposely did that. First off, there was at one point, I don't know if these are wigs either. Like it was the bowl cut, and then he had the hillbilly what are those things? What was that hairstyle called? Like
Mullet?
what the mullet?
Like,
he had
yeah.
that mullet thing going on too at one point. And even like the jump shoot. Oh, there he is. That he would wear that a lot too.
Because he was going to like country or something. I'm pretty sure. Towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
That was the last stage of his
Oh my
career.
God. Yeah, so he definitely was everywhere on social media at one point, and then it wasn't until you made me realize it. I was like, oh wait, I haven't seen
What the hell
him
happened?
anywhere anymore.
Nothing.
And I don't know what happened with him. I guess I remember you were saying before that it was like there was one song that didn't do as good as the other ones, and that's kind of when he
Yeah,
disappeared.
just
in a
there was
sense?
life goes on and on and on, whatever, and then there was and I never want to see you, and I never want to miss
Yes.
you again.
Yes.
Yeah, and that went big, and then the third or the fourth, just downhill from there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a mystery there with that.
His music does not match his aesthetic.
Definitely not. I think that was also his
I
point
don't
too.
quite understand it. The glasses are great though.
He's also a very funny guy.
I like
too.
His music videos were great because
the
it was
little guy.
this. It was, and everyone liked looking at this stupid shit at the time. Like
Yes.
it was
It looks like Elton John with a bowl cut.
people got Vector on here. They said he looks like Vector from Despicable Me.
Vector. Oh, the guy in the orange. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Him. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I never put that together, but it's true. I always thought he was a good artist, and as far as personality too, I liked him a lot.
Yeah,
I seen him on, like we said, plenty of podcasts.
Let's see
He's
what
a funny guy.
Let's see what he's up to these days.
yeah.
Yeah. See what Oliver Tree is up to.
It's Oliver Forrest now.
Oliver Forrest.
That was bad.
Yeah, the
Currently in
goop.
Mexico,
Working on-
chilling with his
Oh,
girlfriend.
Reddit
Working
knows
on
all.
some new projects. Yeah.
Currently in Mexico, chilling with his girlfriend.
What is this? Is that the Reddit thread you're looking at?
That's I was just reading.
Right,
the
and
thumbnail
Reddit-
for the
Reddit knows
thread.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Reddit knows all.
Reddit
dude.
knows
Yeah.
all.
Come on.
Does it say? Is there anything hinting about like he's like retiring or taking
No,
a
but
break?
Maybe he's in
last thing
Mexico
was,
running from, like, the
his
cops or
last thing was
something.
2022.
Okay. Yeah.
He got the bag and he ran to Mexico.
AI overview. I also trust a lot. March 26th.
I don't know if you're being
2025.
sarcastic about that, but I actually,
You don't?
I
I
no, I
purposefully
do.
ignore it.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
trust
okay,
it a
all
lot.
right, yeah. I
It's
think
like
it's one of the best.
It's a
features
chat
Google
GPT.
has
It's
ever
awesome.
done.
I don't have to click into a second link. I get to see
Exactly.
everything.
I love
have
it.
Any question on Earth, AI overview.
Yes.
I ignore the AI overview out of principle.
I definitely think you should still
do
do
my own
further
research.
research on everything, but it's a nice little convenient thing they do there if you needed a quick little answer
Yeah.
on something like the purpose of right now. Like it's nice.
Yeah.
It is a nice thing.
I'm kidding. It's pretty clutch.
It is pretty clutch.
To an
It
extent.
is.
Even
To an
just to like
extent.
like screwing something in. You don't want to click into like the whole link and video and everything. This thing explains it to you perfectly.
There you
Perfect.
go. Like step by step.
Yeah.
Sort of basis. Yeah, it is awesome like that. All right, Drew. What else you
Alrighty,
got?
moving on. We got What Is Love?
Oh, go.
Night at the Roxbury. That's look. It's the first thought is the
I'm just
head
trying to
rock.
crack my
What
neck.
is love?
Actually.
It was an older song, so I don't know how popular it was before Night at the Roxbury.
Yeah.
But I know the song. I listen to the song still. I think it is a great song. But whenever I hear What Is Love, my first thought is Night at the Roxbury, the head bop in the car.
Yeah. I mean, the skit on SNL was fantastic. I don't know what came first, the movie or the SNL skit.
SNL skit.
Was it? And then they based that
I'm
skit just
pretty
on the
sure.
movie?
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
So, do you remember the skit had Jim Carrey in it?
Yeah.
And in the movie, Jim Carrey wasn't in it? And as a big Jim Carrey fan, I was like, oh,
He's probably doing like The Mask or something.
probably. He probably
Or
didn't
like-
have
At
the
that,
time.
yeah, at that time.
Yeah, because that was peak Jim Carrey acting.
Yeah, it was.
Early 90s.
Big time. But it was the three of them. It was Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey. I never remember that other guy's name.
Nobody does.
Oh, he was also in a funny movie. I forgot. Corky Romano he was in. I don't know if you ever seen that, Frank.
No.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. It is so funny.
Can argue Jim Carrey's the funniest one. His-
Jim Carrey, yeah,
his-
the
his-
face.
His face kills
He can
me.
move his body.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Oh, he's so animated.
Yeah.
He is so animated. This skit is fantastic.
He has
and
the,
the movie's great
He
too.
has the face to play Pennywise the clown. in my
Oh, he
opinion.
does. He does.
The way he makes his face.
He can move his face muscles around. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the Grinch. He did great as the Grinch with the
guy's name?
facial
I forget his name.
expressions.
Everybody.
I
Forgets
bet
his
you
name.
this is why that third guy hasn't. I mean, he's successful in his own right, but like didn't do as well as these other two because you can see how hard he tries. Like in a sense, I feel like
almost-
he's compensating for like how not as funny as that he is compared to the
Elaine.
other two.
Is that Elaine?
Is it?
Yeah, it's Elaine. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. The guy kind of looks like Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yes, a little bit, a little bit. It's a classic skit, classic. But that's also a great one too. You see people reenacting that too in videos too. Yeah.
And for my last one, we got Creed. You brought them up before.
I thought I knew I didn't touch it because I knew somebody was gonna
The
say
Hold
it.
Me Now.
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet, and I'm seeing these videos. It's like me driving drunk with my baby on. But it gets terrible. But they do so much with Creed, and not even just that song, but other songs with Creed.
Yeah.
All memeable.
Mm-hmm.
They're also one of those bands that love or hate them. Both ways, you're making fun of them.
Yeah.
You're making fun of them.
Yeah.
That's how they've been since they came out.
Yeah.
Like, and you were even saying it before, like even just that. What was it that they always do? Yeah,
exactly.
like that's funny in itself. Even though
Yeah.
they're being serious and making good music, like you could just laugh. Like they're definitely a big memeable band. I'm gonna say.
Without a doubt, they remind me a lot of Nickelback too.
Yes.
A lot.
They're in the same vein.
Very
Where
sim- yeah,
they were
same.
trying very hard to carve themselves into a niche. Commercially, they were successful, but they were turned away by the genre, like the fans of the genre they were trying to get themselves into.
Yeah, that makes sense. But that's a good number one though. I think
Yeah.
it's
With that said, Mark Tremonti is a great guitar player.
they're not Creed's another one that deserves that number one spot too.
Oh, I just thought of one.
Go ahead, say it.
Limp Bizkit.
So what are some songs I've heard of Limp Bizkit
They were
before?
always
but
just controversial and break stuff. My Way, rolling. What?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I know what you're talking
What
about.
is it?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp?
Yeah.
You don't know Limp Bizkit?
it?
They single-handedly destroyed Woodstock one year.
Yeah. What's
That's
the yes?
right. That from
Yes, they were-
I know that
yeah.
from that documentary
Break stuff?
too.
I do.
Yeah.
If I ever run out of pre-workout for the gym, I just put on that scene where they're doing break stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm good to go.
Oh, good to go. Yeah. Amp
That was like
up.
that was the trailer. The thing that happened with that girl in the trailer was because of that song too.
Wait, what do you mean?
In the Woodstock documentary, the girl, it was like a young girl that got like raped inside of a trailer.
Oh my
while they were
God.
doing
Really?
Yeah.
during that same.
That
They
whole
said this
event?
was yeah. They
That
said
whole-
this was because of when they performed this song.
Pandemonium.
It was like a flick switched.
Oh my
Dude, can you
god!
pull up a
Like
clip
hypnized
from when they were
whatever
playing
to
Terrible.
the audience.
Terrible.
Look up Limp
Terrible.
Bizkit,
That's crazy.
Woodstock,
Woodstock,
break
yeah.
stuff.
It was crazy. People were saying they saw this girl
Yeah, 99.
come out and like she was definitely younger. They said she didn't really look like
There you go.
she
Look
was
at this.
of
I
age.
hate to fucking.
The
do
wood
that.
plank they
Yeah,
were having
dude.
people on. It was
Law
fucked.
was
up.
optional.
Yeah,
The second they started playing this song.
the fires broke out. Everything.
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
literally
Yeah.
fires. People were getting beat up.
I remember watching that section of the doc. It was all on
look at
Woodstock,
that.
the documentary.
They ripped off the paneling from the stage and started
Yeah, look at
surfing
this guy
on it.
surfing on it. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, crowd surfing is nothing, but I don't even think we're there yet.
That guy was surfing. That's what he was doing. Hand surfing there.
I urge you later
From,
on.
yeah, from what I saw, it was more at night. No.
It got worse as the sun went down.
Yeah, as the sun went down,
As
it
the
was
sun
more
went
at
down. I
night. It was
forget
just
the
like
whole-
I thought
I
maybe
think
it
this
was
is showing
the
the
second day or
performance.
something.
It is,
or
but this was the powder keg, the spark on the powder keg. I mean, look at that. People are throwing stuff. People are
just ripping
going
down. Yeah,
absolutely
just ripping down
wild.
metal.
That's not just a regular
Yeah,
mosh.
No, definitely not. Well, even compared to like
I would
today.
I would kill to be in that mosh.
They said they were being the people were being treated like animals. There was no place to like even
Like
piss.
shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Like,
there was issues
there was
with
no
the
place-
bathroom
yes.
situation. There was no water.
Yeah, they had nothing.
It reminds me of that Fire
Fire
Festival,
Yeah.
festival.
which, by the way, apparently another one of those is
happening.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy's out, no?
Yeah, I
Or
can't
something?
believe that guy's still not in jail.
Yeah, right.
You just got back out. How?
He's doing another Fire Festival, and I think there's not even. I think it's coming up soon, and there's still not like a lineup announced or anything like that. Like, what is going on? At this point, I think he's just trying to be a meme himself too.
Yes.
To be honest with you. But yeah, I think. So I didn't watch that full documentary. I want to though.
Watch
At
that.
the
watch
end
that
of it-
video when we're off air here,
Yeah,
because it's pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
He
I'm
sold
sure it
so
is.
well.
I'm sure it is.
So
I'm
good.
definitely sure it's entertaining
It's good.
to watch.
It's
in a
good if
sense.
you're a fan, but well, not good if you're the promoter.
or probably some people in that crowd too. I mean, honestly, like people getting beat up and shit like that too. It's insane. It's insane. All right, so that was all yours on your top 5? All right. We are now going to make a group top 5. Gia, could you, I think it's in back of you like a whiteboard, or no? Do you see a whiteboard? Yeah, you could give me that one. Is there a marker there with it too? Okay, perfect. Could I erase this? Yeah, I can. All right.
It depends. Is my score the winning score? Because then it needs to go on my fridge.
Oh, this doesn't have an eraser on it, Jay. Is there one with an eraser on it? I don't think it's not even going to erase like that.
Pour some beer on
All right,
it.
forget it. I'll just do it on my phone. We are going to make a top 5 now. How we did it last time was that we could make suggestions of what we would really want on this top 5 based on our own choices. I'll start off with that. I think that Never Gonna Give You Up definitely has to be on there. I don't care where it is on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it
That's
definitely
up
needs
there.
to be on
that's
there.
that's up there. That's up
Yeah,
there.
I
You think it is
That's
up there?
that's
I
on
do.
there and up there. That
Yeah.
was
I think-
that's a big. People make edits like Call of Duty edits with that
Yeah.
guy in it now.
Without a
Yeah,
doubt.
like and he's not even singing. Like it's up there.
I think that it's actually like the OG, so I think that deserves, just by merit alone, needs to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Never Gonna Give You Up. I'm gonna put that one down. All right. Does anyone? We could do one suggestion each from our list here.
I'm personally, for a top 5, I'm not going to put any of mine because I was just kind of doing those just to kind of have something a little different.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like we all kind of know like the core group of meme
Yeah,
bands. You guys pretty much hit the nail on the head.
I think we did too. But I also
Yeah,
think
let me
I think
reassess.
I was about to say maybe add one of them on there. I would
Yeah,
say
definitely.
either in my suggestion, all based off your list, I would say Weezer or Metallica.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say I think Weezer would have to be my pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Purely because the meme is relevant over the last couple of years, and
Without a
I
doubt.
guarantee you, if you scroll Instagram, YouTube, TikTok long enough, you're gonna see.
Yeah, fine,
You're gonna
yeah.
get Weezered.
Yo,
Yeah.
you're gonna get Weezer. You want to know? I just thought of a meme. I don't know how well it would work or go viral or whatever, but and it's kind of fucked up anyway too. But like when the Hollywood fires were going on, it could be like Beverly Hills. That's not where I want. Yeah, whatever. Okay, maybe shouldn't have said that, but all right. Here we go. All right, so that's your suggestion there, Weezer. Drew, what would you want to suggest?
I gotta go with my number 1 just because it's still relevant. I gotta do the Creed.
Creed.
Yeah,
I
gotta do
agree.
Creed.
Yeah,
I
1,000%.
100% agree.
Yeah.
So that's 3 right there. Now we could go another round again in suggesting one that we would want, either from your list or someone else's list. I'm also gonna suggest. I think I'm gonna suggest Simon and Garfunkel, "The Sounds of Silence" too. "Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend." I think it's a meme that still lasts nowadays.
Yes.
Yeah, because you could curtail it to whatever you need.
100%. Like, even if it's the simplest
She's shaking her
disappointment
head.
thing. What?
I think Nickelback.
I was
We'll
thinking
get there.
Nickelback,
Nickelback,
too.
yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
Nickelback is it definitely.
You
on
saved the
there,
best
too.
for last.
Yeah.
Build up the suspense.
Well, do we want to throw Nickelback more as a priority than The Sounds of Silence?
Probably.
Okay.
The Sounds of Silence, though, it's just the longevity of the Sounds of
Yeah.
Silence. Those
Agreed.
two are so big because Photograph and Sounds of Silence are still going on.
Yeah.
Like me, Oliver Tree isn't happening, the Dreams Ocean Play Guy still isn't happening, and the Full House thing isn't happening. So that knocks 3 off my list. And What Is Love was one skip back then. I think Nickelback and the Sounds of Silence would be the next best 2.
I agree.
Wow, that was so well said.
That was well said. I would really like for What Is Love to be
Roxbury,
on there, though.
because it's very iconic.
It is iconic.
But like
Very
I said,
much so.
longevity-wise,
Yeah.
you guys took the cake.
Well, is that what we want to base this top 5 on? Do we want to base it on the longevity of it and like whatever's longest lasting in a sense as a meme,
Gotta
or
base
do
it.
we want to do what like our personal
Well,
favorites are here?
I'm going to say this. If I were to ask my friends the song What Is Love and Night at the Roxbury movie,
Yeah.
they wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's the only reason why I would go, because if I bring up Photograph and the Sounds of
They
they'll be like,
will?
oh yeah, like I know that meme,
Right,
I know
yeah.
that. My friends, like I say, more people don't know about it than Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. Fair enough.
I think that.
So-
What can I just say? So, because for What Is Love, I think the meme in itself is the clip from the skit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to songs like Photograph, where it's like the meme is
Is the song.
it's a template for
yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like,
know
you
what I
can
mean?
use that for anything. Even
Exactly.
the graph. It even just said
Look at this
whatever you
photograph.
put
Look
on.
at this. Yeah,
It's a
look at this.
photograph.
Even the
of a
sounds of
photograph.
silence. Whenever
Yeah.
anyone said with anything, it's just that.
Yeah.
So Nickelback is definitely on there.
Yeah.
100%.
We need a fifth one, and then what we could do is put them in the order we want them on. So we got Never Gonna Give You Up with Rick Astley, Weezer, Creed, and Nickelback. We need a fifth one on there.
I think Weezer is going to be 5.
I would agree with that, and I would accept
only,
that too.
Only because it's funny, but it's not that funny.
I'm gonna eliminate some from my list. I think Harlem Shake is out.
Yeah, it's not relevant.
And then the other two that I had was Disturbed, and then the Simon and Garfunkel. I never knew
Garfunkel.
Garfunkel. Okay, those two are the ones I had left there. I'm definitely taking Harlem Shake, Bauer out.
Did you know the artist who sang that, who came up with that before you researched it?
The
DJ
Sounds of
would-
Silence?
No, for
No, DJ
Harlem Shake.
No, I did not know.
Yeah.
That.
I was gonna say because I was like, who the hell is?
No,
that?
yeah, I still don't really know who that DJ is. I think that might have been his or their or hers one and only hit.
Thank you for not
So-
assuming.
Yes, got to be open there with that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you have any more on your list that you would want to add to this group top 5?
I mean, Oliver Tree, like I said, I know we're talking like longevity here, but he was a big meme.
I'm gonna scroll.
He was definitely just a humongous meme.
But you know he was. But you know what? I'm for the group top 5. I
wouldn't
wouldn't put
put-
Oliver
no.
Tree on there.
As crazy
No.
as this sounds, LMFAO sneaking, even though it was an honorable mention, that's like high on my list now that I'm even thinking about
I
it.
think I kind of agree with you.
Like, as
I kinda
crazy as
agree
that
with you.
sounds. I think the Sounds of Silence though is great.
Yeah.
I really do. I think it slaps every time I see
does
it.
slap.
Like
It
it
does
slaps.
slap.
It's the meme format, not just the song itself.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because if you can use it
Whenever.
for
like.
multiple scenarios.
Yeah.
hmm
That's why it has longevity.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what we want as a five for now?
I think
Definitely.
so.
Okay. That's what we'll do. Sounds of Silence. All right. This, I'll tell you what, this is going way easier than the debates we were having the other episode doing this format. We had debates of The Last of Us and other things that would be on the top 5, but we're doing very well right now. I'm proud of us. All right. Now it's about the order we put them in. We could start at number 1. We could start at number 5.
I think it's easier to start at 5.
Yeah.
Let's
I think
go with 5.
Weezer's 5. That's my vote for 5.
I agree. What about you?
I like
Okay.
Weezer at 5.
Yeah. All right. Weezer.
Purely because it's just not as funny.
Weezer at number 5. Weezer, the name Weezer's kind of funny, though. It kind of reminds me of
Carl
Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy's
Yeah.
man. Yeah. That sounded more like Cartman, though. I just did. I can't do the Carl voice. There are some people on TikTok though
Oh,
that do it
perfect.
so
Perfect.
awesome.
We
Yeah,
got
they do
AI
it great.
now too.
Yeah, but you see you see the person's face when they're talking like Carl. It's so funny. And then they'll act like they're Darth Vader or something like that. Like they'll say lines from Darth Vader as Carl. It's good. All right, so I'll delete Weezer off that. All right, so Weezer is number 5. We got 4 very popular ones now.
My opinion, I think number 4 should be Sounds of Silence.
I was gonna say just because it almost didn't make it on there, that should
Yeah.
probably be 4.
Okay, I'm gonna have to agree too. Sounds of Silence.
We're so cohesive on this. We should talk politics next.
Yeah. All right.
Just to get a little spicy.
Yeah, a little spicy. All right. That is our number 4. So we got 5 as Weezer, 4 as the Sounds of Silence. Now it's probably going to get a little bit harder
Man,
now.
this is gonna get tricky. I'm gonna make the suggestion.
Okay.
I want to jump to 1 because I have my clear one in my head.
Go ahead. What do you
Shoot.
think?
And it was Never Gonna Give You Up. I think that is the clear one. That is my opinion. But I laugh so much when I see that idiot pop up on my screen.
Yeah.
I agree. for a couple of reasons. One, longevity. It's been around by far the longest.
And you still see it pop up.
Rickroll. I mean, remember old meme formats with like Bad Luck Brian and like
Yeah.
stuff like that, where
Yeah,
it was
on
like the still
iFunny.
frame. Exactly. That predates that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
does.
think about that.
It
I mean,
does.
we're talking that predates YouTube. I'm pretty sure. So 2006.
It's like the
That's-
ultimate
That's
meme.
almost 20.
You know,
that's at least 20 years old.
Pat, if that's true, that's really interesting. You want to know why?
Why?
Where would you see a Rickroll video?
E-Bombs World.
Is that before YouTube?
Yeah.
Was it? I never
Yeah.
even heard of E-Bombs World.
Really?
No.
Never.
That's because you're the oldest sibling. I have an older sibling.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, there's plenty of other websites that you could want.
I like how we were
Yeah.
just like,
Off the
yeah.
top,
You had older
uh,
siblings, mate.
it's
so-
true, I mean-
yeah, no, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I was exposed to different things because my sister's older.
Yeah,
by
definitely.
4 years.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's interesting to think about too.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like our intermediate family, like the cap.
You get capped.
The, the cap is like YouTube onward, like sort of deal,
Mhm.
and then you have like websites like that I've never heard of before. What?
It's different for me. Like, I grew up with all brothers. Like, I'm sure I would have still been exposed to different things if I had sisters, rather. Like,
Definitely.
Oh, sure.
Well, think about it.
different aspects
I
of
would've
certain
never
things.
had
100%.
What's
Yeah.
your age gap?
7 years.
So
Yeah.
that's even better because like you were exposed to stuff because of your brother
Right.
that your friends that are the same age you'd say something and be like, huh?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But I also, it's because I had brothers, though. If I had a 7-year
That's true too.
gap with an older sister, sure, it would have been a lot different. Like, the fads that
Sure.
were going around.
Mhm.
Oh, sure. But still, like, as far as the age of a certain thing,
Yeah.
still the same.
Yeah,
in
like,
that
yeah.
sense.
I love we
But
just
yes, I agree
love
with
how we
you.
just got into like psychology, like growth and development.
Yeah. That was an interesting pivot there. I'm gonna agree with you on Never Give You Up as one. I would say that the other contender for one is Creed,
Yeah.
which will also make me say that Nickelback is 3.
Yes.
So let's
read
just
my
put
mind.
Nickelback at 3. Now, do you have any argument for putting Creed over Never Gonna Give You Up as 1?
No.
I don't have an argument.
I could make the argument that like
If I were to swipe through my TikTok right now, I would see Creed before I would see Never Gonna Give You Up.
That's a good argument.
That's
Agreed.
the only argument that I could come up with.
I'll even make this argument too that when you hear Rick Astley, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is
Risk
that?
at? Yeah.
But just
You're gonna hear Creed, and it's like, oh, those motherfuckers.
Fuckers, yeah.
but
What?
you hear that first synthesized drum beat.
You
You know exactly what it is
Mhm.
before you even process it.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. I feel like some people have heard of Creed, but never heard a single song.
I don't think people have heard of Creed would have heard of Creed if it. Maybe
The
this-
name itself is just
No,
like,
no, but like I'm trying to think of how I put this. Like, maybe not. Never mind. Ignore me.
okay, all right. So that would be my only argument. Even though, like, I'm kind of reaching for an argument. I think we have a pretty set list here. I think it would go Weezer 5, The Sounds of Silence 4, Nickelback 3, Creed at 2, and then Never Gonna Give You Up at 1. Are we in agreement with that?
100%.
Lock it.
Lock it
And going
in.
back to what Pat said, that's like the ultimate meme. Like you said,
It
that was
is the
before. If
ultimate
that was
meme.
before YouTube,
It's the harbinger of the lulls.
that's like not even just for music memes. That has a crown on memes in general.
Mhm.
Yeah, agreed. And it even has its own term, Rickrolled.
Yeah.
It has its own term to it.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like enough reach and enough spread out territories of like knowing what it is. Like,
Longevity.
Yeah.
yes, definitely longevity, but like for it to have its own term, it's like you had to have been that popular, and
Influential.
like, in a trend and influential in that sense. Yes. So all right, let me just spell this right. And we have our list. So we got once again.
I'm actually curious, Gia. Can you look up the original when the first Rickroll came out? I'm curious.
I wonder if even the internet would even be able to figure that out.
I think so.
AI.
You think so?
1987.
No, that's the song.
That's the song. Yeah.
The one was the first Rick roll.
No,
What was the
Rickrolling or a Rickroll is an internet meme involving the unexpected appearance of the music video.
Yeah.
So the 80s,
When
yeah.
was-
Well, that Reddit
Alright,
headline
2007,
says
alright, I was off.
2007.
4chan.
Grand Theft Auto?
What about Grand Theft Auto?
Promising to be the trailer for GTA 4. It was a
Oh, that's the first one.
That's
yeah
funny.
on 4chan. So
2007.
all right, so I was off by about 2 years probably.
Wow.
Listen, we
So
got.
it was on YouTube.
Listen
first.
to this. We
Well,
got to
4chan
DM
first,
Rockstar, or propose the idea to Rockstar, because we haven't got a Grand Theft Auto. What is the new one?
6
7,
trailer.
6.
6.
We haven't got a new one.
It's coming out.
No, I know, but like I'm talking about trailer wise.
Oh.
We haven't had a new trailer for like 2 years since that announcement trailer came out. If they knew something like this, that the first Rickroll happened on a Grand Theft Auto trailer, they should purposely put the Rickroll meme in front of the trailer first and then show the actual thing.
Yeah.
I think it would be genius marketing.
I think the building their building would get like bombed.
Oh no, they still show the actual trailer.
People would be very mad.
I think they should. No, definitely show the actual trailer. I think people's safety would be in jeopardy.
Jeopardy,
for
yeah.
that.
Them and Bethesda doing Elder Scrolls 6 would put people
All
in
right,
danger.
but listen, I swear to God, listen, Rockstar, if you listen to this right now, this is what you should do, and give me money for it too. So listen, that you should, it should, the title of the video on YouTube, Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, full trailer, starts off with the Rickroll, maybe even like Grand Theft Auto styled animated Rickroll.
That would be great.
And then it goes into the actual Grand Theft Auto trailer with the song Never Gonna Give You Up going on in the background.
And they can make it cool now.
They could make it sick.
They can make it really,
See,
really
make it
cool.
cool.
Here's what you do. You have it start out because the game takes place in Vice City. The new game
Yeah, I
is
heard
coming out
that.
in Vice City.
Yeah.
The original Vice City took place in the 80s, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it's been I can't remember the last time I played that game, but I think it was like in the 80s. So perfect timepiece.
Yeah.
They start out with the animation of the Rickroll, but then zoom it out from the TV, and you're in Vice City.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
And that's
like it
the
was
and then it goes right into the trailer with that song playing in the background.
Listen, we just built an excellent idea right there. I think that's.
They could even
fantastic.
mash the song up. Like I know Stranger Things, they did it with whatchamacallit,
Oh,
the Journey song.
Oh yeah, with
But like they
the
made like a
trailer
beat.
you're
Yeah, they
talking
make a
about? Yes,
beat
they
drop. They like
Separate
change the
ways.
whole song. Yeah, separate ways. They change the song completely to almost get you like hyped
Amped up.
for it.
Yep.
You could do that with this song.
You could definitely you could do it with any song nowadays.
Yeah.
It would just be so funny and so Grand Theft Auto-ish
Yeah.
to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just proposed an excellent idea to them. I think this has to be a clip and tagged Rockstar.
Yes.
To be honest with you.
Pay us.
Pay us money.
That's right.
Or, actually give us money and give us a free copy preview of Grand Theft Auto 6.
And a shout out.
I'd take a free
Shout out,
$100
shout out.
copy of
Shout
GTA
out.
because that's how much it's going to cost.
Oh, it's probably going to cost a buttload.
Yeah, I
$100.
think they're gonna do more.
$100.
I can
Yeah, I
I
can
could
see
see
it.
them doing more.
Well, if I'm talking for the standard. Just give me
Standard
the game,
edition.
$100. I think they're going to
Yeah.
up the price.
And then they'll probably still have buy-in
100
add-ons.
Yeah,
Oh,
$120 edition that gives you free. What are those cards?
Oh,
called from
I'm not
GTA
even
5 for the
talking
money?
like deluxe edition. I'm talking
Oh.
about literal like payable DLC and add-ons, like in-game purchases.
Oh, 1,000%.
They're still gonna have that, even though the game's gonna be so expensive.
The only reason why GTA 5 has been around for as long as it has, and they haven't
Online.
done GTA 6, is because GTA Online is so lucrative for them.
Yeah.
They didn't have to make it.
No,
They
they
still
kept on
update
updating
5.
that.
They
Yes.
still- yeah.
You still
Yeah.
up. You still have surviving servers. 5 is still going strong. There's
It
no.
is.
Very strong.
It said that they don't need to make it.
Right. They actually don't.
They don't.
Right. They don't need to make it.
We want it, but they don't need
They
it.
constantly
I want
update it. And with that said, let's talk, I know you love this franchise, but I got to bash on them real quick. And we're done with the top
Yeah,
5,
yeah.
so whatever. I just want to bring this up too, so Grand Theft Auto, long-lasting, 5.
Yeah.
Why does Call of Duty come out with a game every year, and that game that year can't even last 6 months,
They
let's
can.
say?
They can. It said.
What the hell?
Activision
Now-
Blizzard can blow me.
Activision and Blizzard?
Well, that's.
Oh, they're together. They're together. Yeah,
For
right,
me,
right.
I'm a Treyarch fan.
Me too.
So that's where I'm gonna. I don't even play multiplayer. I'm just so invested into the zombie storyline right now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Where I can't. I can't take myself out of it even if I wanted to. It's like watching a movie, a 10-year-long movie,
Yeah.
and shutting it off at the end.
Right.
Like I have to finish what I started at this point.
Yeah, I feel
You know,
you on
like
that.
it's
Listen, one of the only things I play on Call of Duty nowadays when I ever do put it on is just the zombies. More specifically, Black Ops 3 zombies. I know every
still play it
Easter
now.
egg
I still play
of that first map.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the name
Shadows
of
of
it.
Evil.
Yes, the old-timey
Uh-huh.
map.
Yeah.
So, have you played that one or no?
Dude, I played Cold War, which was actually I think that's the only Call of Duty of the last decade that I actually kind of enjoyed.
Cold War. I never
It's the latest.
played that one.
That was the Treyarch did that one.
No, that one
that-
wasn't My Zombies. I didn't even get that one. Put it that way. I won't buy a Call of Duty game if
Unless
I don't
it's-
have My Zombies in it.
What do you mean?
So, like
Cold War
Treyarch zombies.
Cold War Zombies wasn't in.
It was different.
It wasn't in the same storyline.
Oh, okay.
It's
I didn't know
Cold
that.
War. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anything really got involved from my storyline. This is like a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
of
it's all
conversation.
good. It's all good, though,
But
yeah.
my storyline, it really lives inside of the Black Ops. Cold War storyline was different with like Infinite Warfare. You ever play Zombies in Spaceland, like those maps?
No. For
I think I played a space one before.
Zombies in Spaceland was sick.
Wasn't there an astronaut you had to fight?
Yeah.
Okay, I have played
No,
one
that
before.
was that was Moon. That's
Correct.
in Black Ops
Yes,
1.
yeah, that
But
one I played.
Zombies in Spaceland, they kind of went off. That was the only zombies that I played that wasn't the Treyarch zombies. I'm going to call it My Zombies to keep it from bouncing back and forth.
But does that separate from World at War zombies, or is that still same zombie
That War
storyline?
was the start of it all.
Yeah,
Correct.
They didn't
Is
even
that the
have
same
a-
storyline that you're talking about?
Yes, the one now.
But I thought they retired those 4 characters.
So they did.
Yeah.
But the story
They
itself
brought them back
continued.
alive. Somehow, some way, we got brought back alive with Black Ops 4 happened.
I didn't know it was this deep.
Black Ops 4
Oh, yeah, the
happened.
story, yeah.
They
Yes.
realized, and I'm gonna. Is it alright if I spoil this?
Yeah,
No
I
one's
don't
gonna
care.
do
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay, so Black Ops 4 happened, and they surrounded themselves by a campfire, and realized that they couldn't break a chain of what was happening, and killed themselves around the campfire in Black Ops 3.
They did this in game?
Yeah.
That's dark.
You remember the campfire in the Black Ops 3 loading screen?
Yes.
That was what they killed themselves.
Whoa.
with. Yeah.
So they were foreshadowing it. the
Frank, I
whole
think
time.
you're gonna have to
So
fire up that old horse.
it's actually
I
funny.
think so too.
We s-
I have it on my PS5.
So my
Black
two
Ops 3.
friends really got into Black Ops 6 Zombies. They're doing a very good job with the zombie community.
They are.
They
Good.
really need to give us a Zombie Chronicles 2, though. Because you have space for it. Your game is 500 gigabytes. Just give us another 60 so I could still play on Black Ops 6.
That's what pisses me off about
Spaghetti-
Call of Duty
spaghetti code.
nowadays too.
Like, and yeah, not to say...
So much space you need for them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Yeah.
But I like to go... Like, I know there's people that will play a Zombies game for 2.5 hours long, and they'll be like, Drew, I can't restart from round 1. Like, I'd rather vomit. And I'm like, dude... We're going again.
Yeah, we're going again,
We're going
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I've always been obsessed with it. I don't know why. I like the round-based things and everything like that.
Yeah, like the waveform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like that
And
shit
it's
too.
awesome. But
yeah.
I know, like, sometimes it will get tiring. Like, in my mind, I'm like, wow, I'm really going to do this. Like, an outside person, like,
Yeah.
that doesn't enjoy this, like, I'm going to tell them to
yeah.
go get their starting pistol back instead of their upgraded command. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's but they revived it. We got the Black Ops 6 trailer was Richtofen and his family.
Oh, I
Whoa,
remember that.
playing.
Yeah.
You get to play as the family, or
So
anything?
no.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the trailer is Richtofen. You see, like, you don't really even know what's happening, and we still kind of don't. The fourth map is coming out very soon. I think it's called Shattered Evil or something like that. You're playing in Richtofen's mansion.
That's cool.
So he's he's a whatchamacallit. He's
We'll just take camera audio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
he's all of a sudden they're like having a picnic or whatever, and I think he wakes up from the nightmare of like his family burning alive. I don't know if his family does burn alive. We really don't know anything.
Yeah.
But then he grabs the original copy of the Wonder Waffle that he has sitting on his dresser as
Yeah.
like a zombie outbreak starts to happen. So I'm hoping that we find out a lot more about the origin of how this all happened with this new year.
That would be really cool.
So this could be a prequel.
Yeah.
But we almost don't know. Like I said, like they could just be showing us like maybe it did end in 4 and they're showing
Right.
us a prequel now to see how this started up.
Do you think they should come out, like Call of Duty should come out with just zombie games so you're not putting so much space given up on your
I would
console
love that because
and whatnot?
I haven't enjoyed an actual Call of Duty since Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
There you go. There
So-
you go. So,
And it pisses me off that I've paid for a few Call of Duties over the last 5 years, and I'm just like, this sucks.
I'll give them this. It's good for like 6 months. I'll play the multiplayer for like with my friends if they're on.
Yeah.
But that's it. It's the 6 months, and they make their money. They move on.
but
Yeah, that's the
not
problem.
Even, not
Yeah.
even just.
But it
yeah,
sucks
they
for the
do move
consumer.
on.
Like
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why
But
it
it's
bothers
also
me.
like
Yeah.
you also have the sweats that just really got good at the game,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then it's
terrible.
also unenjoyable in multiplayer too. That's just how I feel. I mean, listen,
Are we the
I
old
suck.
people now?
I suck at video games, right? I always did, especially multiplayer, online type shit. But that always bothered me. Once people got too good at it, I was out.
Even like
I didn't play it
Fortnite.
enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I was.
It's just
with
the
games like
movement.
that.
I mean, I grew up. You grew up. We grew up with COD 4, World at War.
Yeah, dude.
COD 3. I
Yeah.
mean, the first Call of Duty I played was COD 2.
Big Red one.
Actually, yes.
Yeah,
That's the actual first one. I
That's
played,
the
but
first Call of Duty
two.
I on PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the movement and the gun mechanics. Well, the gun mechanics were fantastic. They were vastly different than they are now.
I
You know,
love the campaign for that game.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But like, it's become such a way now, and I'm talking purely multiplayer. Zombies is always cool with me.
Yeah.
Usually, I mean,
I agree.
They
Me
made
too.
some that were shitty too, though. Like I'll even say it. Like
I mean, I stopped at Black Ops 1, and to me, that and that COD 4, Modern Warfare 2 original, and COD 4, those are up here.
yeah.
But after that, like, I was just kind of like, this is so redundant. Even Modern Warfare 3, the original one, I was like,
I think that's where Modern
Enough.
Warfare started to fall off, and then they did stop Modern Warfare for a while until they like rebooted it with
2019.
oh, it's not even on this
COD
wall
2019, which I will say, I played, well, maybe it was because COVID just hit, and Warzone was fresh.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, that was pretty
That was
revolutionary in
legit.
some
I mean,
sort of sense for Call of Duty.
But the game itself really wasn't that good.
But you see, here's an instance though where that's a section of Call of Duty that was its own separate download if you wanted it to be.
Yes. Yeah, because
Why was
free.
Zombies ever?
That's a good question.
Me personally, I don't understand why they don't make just
I
a
feel like
zombies game.
Well, I
The
think
zombies community is growing very quick. It's
Yeah.
the only thing that lasts in their games now.
I agree. I mean, I do think Warzone is like still way more popular.
No,
than
definitely,
Zombies,
definitely by landslide.
But
campaign and,
Zombies
campaign and
deserves-
multiplayer wise, like you don't really need the campaign and
It's-
multiplayer. Like
it's because-
obviously people want it.
To quote the Act Man, shout out Act Man. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Big YouTube guy. Love his stuff.
Act Man.
Act Man. You'd like him. He's good. He's up your
He
alley.
plays video games.
He does a lot of different pop culture type stuff.
Oh, okay.
But his saying that I hear him say, I don't know if he gets it from somewhere else, he goes, fuck you, give me money, when he talks about stuff like this. Because that's the company's mindset.
Yeah.
Fuck you, give me money.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Maybe that's Angry Joe, another YouTuber, but
I know of. Is his name? Yeah, Angry
Yeah,
Joe.
he does a
yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
stuff like that,
I know
too.
that guy.
yeah, fuck you, give me money.
I'll close it off with this as far as this tangent on Call of Duty. So, I think they're scared, and I think they're scared of making Zombies its own separate, once again, another free, separate download thing. I don't know if it's just me or my just personal thought on it, but who gives a shit about the campaign and multiplayer nowadays?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what people are
They
paying
sure
for
don't.
with the rest of it. Yeah, exactly. So it's like maybe they realize that people don't care about the campaign anymore, let's say, and that's what people are
Yeah, because
paying
the
for.
multiplayer, the competitive scene is so vastly more than what it was 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I
1,000%.
They don't call it MLG gaming anymore. What do they call it? Like the professional gaming.
Oh, what? Just esports? You mean?
Yeah, like esports has become so popular and so lucrative now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They gear everything towards that. I mean, they have straight up like regional teams
Yeah.
Yeah.
for these games, whether it be Call of Duty, Halo, etc., etc. You know, it's
100%.
like- Halo actually is pretty big too.
Halo's
League
All right.
of Legends, CS:GO,
I've heard of that actually.
Counter
before.
Strike,
Yeah, Counter Strike. Yeah.
which I actually fuck with Counter Strike now. It's the only shooter.
A lot of people do. A lot of old school video game players do. Love that game.
It's timeless. And
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
I'll close it off with 2 memes from what we were just talking about. Number 1, have you ever seen those TikToks where people like not voiceover, like reenact the zombie noises from Nazi zombies?
Yep.
I die laughing at those. So that's a meme in itself there. What was the other one that I was about to bring up? I kind of totally forgot. But that's one that I really wanted to bring up, the zombie one.
I see people ranking them in order. Like the noises that the zombie makes.
I think it's so dumb but so hilarious. It's so good.
It's great.
It's so good. All right, guys. We're going to close it up there. Pat, thank you for joining the podcast tonight. I very much appreciate it.
Namaste.
And Drew, thank you for being a first-time podcast member of Loggin On, and appreciate the list that you had as well.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
All right, guys. If you like this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Also, follow us on all social media platforms at Loggin On. And with that said, have a wonderful night, and peace out.
Let's actually talk about that for a sec, because this was one of the first things I wanted to bring up during this podcast.
Yeah.
Was the origins of the name Ferenc. Ladies and gentlemen, both of you really are like co-creators on this, but I would say you said it first. The creator of the word Ferenc, the name Ferenc.
Ferenc, yeah.
You should have trademarked that, because you would have made so much money over these past couple years.
I don't remember how it started.
I think it was just you, like, saying my name in not the most obscene way, but the most emphasized name way ever.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it started. It's like, what a Ferenc?
I said to Tony when we were at Raw last night, I'm like, do you think Frank knows or remembers that we came up with the name?
Of course I did.
It's like who said it first, who that? I'm like, all I know is that it was started in this triangle.